Namaste viewers. I'm Dr. Pragatti Singh. I'm a dentist. I'm an astrologer, tarot card reader, NLP life coach, Pranic Healer, and an author. Today, in our journey of learning, we will learn about the body, or we can say we'll learn in detail about the human body. When we look in the mirror, what we see? Our body. But actually, our body is made up of 5 different parts or 5 different sheets or layers. Today, we will learn about Pancha Kosha. The information about the Pancha Kosha in Vedas is taken from Yajurveda in the Tritiya Upanishad. If you know about the Vedas, Vedas are the oldest piece of information written back 10,000 years ago. Broadly, your Vedas are classified into 4 types: Samved, Rigved, Yajurved and Atharved. So the Yajurved has described Panchakoshas, or the 5 layers or the 5 sheets of the human body. Normally we know there is just one body, but actually there are 4 different invisible bodies around the visible body. The physical body is also known as the annamaya kosha. Anna in Sanskrit means grain or food, and we all know the body is nourished by food and water. Without food and water we cannot survive. Around this physical body there is a subtle body, or the subtle energy body, which is known as pranamaya kosha. After that there is manomaya kosha, or the mental body or the mental sheath, and then there is the intuitive body, or the Vigyanmaya kosha, or the body where our higher intellect lies. And the final layer is the anandamaya kosha, or the major bliss body. Anandamaya kosha is also known as bliss body because it is the closest to the soul. Beyond all these sheaths there lies the soul, which is our true self. So once we awaken all these layers, we finally reach to our soul. Now let us know more about the annamaya kosha, or the first physical body. The physical body is made up of 5 elements, also known as Pancha Mahabhutas. Panch in Sanskrit means 5 and Mahabhut means elements. This is also accepted in Chinese mythology and Chinese knowledge. The 5 elements are air, earth, water, fire and space. Air element is also known as wood element. Space is also known as metal element. All these 5 elements together combine to make the physical body. Our body is made up of these 5 elements, and when we die, these 5 elements go back to where they came from. They came from matter or maya, which is seen around us. Once we are dead, the soul leaves the body along with the subtle bodies, and the physical body remains here, and it again goes back to the universe or the matter or maya or Mother Earth. Now you must be wondering that how is it possible that we have an invisible body, because what we see is just this 5 elements body, but actually we don't see a lot of invisible things around us. That's why they are called invisible, right? So if we see the mobile signals, we know that the phone gets signals, but we cannot see the signals. We just put our phone like this and we know that the signals are coming. Or if we turn the TV remote on and we know the signals are going in the sensor of the TV, and then the television turns on. But these things are not visible to us with the naked eyes. That doesn't mean they don't exist. Yes, they do exist. There are other energies, there are other entities, both negative, ghosts, spirits and positive angels and good souls, gods and godly figures. They do exist, but it doesn't mean that we will see everything, because in this human birth or incarnation we have been given a smaller vision because the veil of Maya covers everything. Once we go to the spiritual part, the Maya unfolds and we can see beyond this layer, beyond the normal, beyond the usual. Today we will learn about human body in science. Biology is a branch of science which deals with study of bodies, as bio means life and study is ology. So if we see the body, the physical body is made up of tiny microscopic units known as cell. They are so small that we cannot see them through naked eyes. They can be seen by high resolution electron microscope. The building blocks can be compared with bricks. To make a building, we know that we need bricks. Together, thousands of bricks combine one on top of each other and they make a building. In the same way, body is also made up of cells. However, the building needs some material called the cement to join these bricks. In the same way, cells are also connected to each other with intercellular materials. There are millions and trillions and billions of cells inside the body, and they combine together to make tissue. Tissue is part of body in which all the cells functions in the same way. Collectively, cells together make tissue. Tissues combine together to make organs. Organs have a specific functions. or a specific role to pursue in the body. And then few organs combine together to make a system. The system also performs a specific function in the body. We can understand by the example of how many systems the body has: circulatory system, respiratory, and so on. So in all these systems, different types of organs, they work together in a harmonious way to execute the important functions of the body. For example, first is circulatory system. We all know that heart is such a vital organ of the body. Without heart, we'll be dead. If it's not pumping, we are no more. So heart together with arteries, veins and capillaries combine, and they help in pumping blood to all the parts of the body so that the body can get oxygen, because each and every cell of the body needs oxygen to survive. Together all these parts form the circulatory system. Now comes the respiratory system. Respiratory system involves the nasal cavity, trachea, bronchi and the lungs. Whenever we breathe, we take in the air and then the air goes down into the lungs, and in the lungs there is exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide through the blood, and carbon dioxide comes back into the lung and it is exhaled out. So the respiratory system is backbone of the body. Without respiration we are not alive. Oxygen is inhaled and carbon dioxide is exhaled. Together all these organs combine and perform the important or the vital function. Then comes the skeletal system. Skeletal system involves all the bones, cartilages and ligaments of the body. Bone forms the framework or basic structure of the body. Without bones we will be flexible. We could not stand or sit or perform other vital functions. Then comes the muscular functions. Around the bones is muscle. Muscle can be voluntary, involuntary or cardiac muscle, which is a very important form of muscle which is present in the heart. Then comes the lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is again another vital system of the body. It contains spleen, thymus and other glands plus the lymph nodes. It helps in cleaning process of the body. When we sleep, lymphatic system becomes activated and it cleans the body. It is also important for the immunity of the body. Then comes the digestive system. We all know that we need food to survive. Whatever we eat is transformed into energy. So digestive system involves the oral cavity, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, pancreas and many more. All these organs together combine and work harmoniously to digest food to provide us energy. Then the nervous system. It is extremely important system. Nervous system help us to survive in the environment through the external stimuli. The main part of the nervous system is brain, then the spinal cord, then the nerves, which can be spinal cranial nerves. Then comes the excretory system. Whatever we eat and digest the unused part has to go out of the body. It is done through the excretory system. Kidneys are the very important organs to remove the excess of poisons or toxins from the body through urine. With kidney there is ureter and urethra or urinary bladder also. Reproductive system is very important for the progeny or take the human generation forward. This involves ovaries and testes in males. Then comes the integumentary system. Integumentary system is about the external body. It involves skin, sweat glands, nails and hair. They support the external feature of the body. And last but not the least and the most important is the endocrine system. Endocrine system contains important glands which secrete chemical known as hormones, which are very important to execute the vital functions of the body. All this we will study later and we will discuss later in detail in alchemy. So now we have realized the body is not simple. It is a complex mechanism which happens all the time. Even when we sleep or we work, body is always functioning and working. But the perception of the external information in the body is conducted through nervous system, and which is also controlled by our five senses. Vision, which involves the eyes, hearing, which involves the ear, smell, which involves the nose, taste, which involves the tongue, and touch, which involves the skin. Without these five senses, we will not be able to take the external information. For example, if we touch a hot surface, our hand suddenly goes up because there are a lot of nerve endings which send the stimulus to the brain that this heat is dangerous for the body. So this sense of touch helps us to survive. All the five senses help us to survive and exist in this world. If you are interested in more spiritual and scientific knowledge, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.